Okay, so I've got the tins all back on this, and I had it outside running for a few minutes just to warm up the oil so I can change the oil. I don't know how many of you know about these. Maybe some of you do, some of you don't. But this is a 8-point socket. And what the 8-point sockets are for is to go onto a square nut, bolt, plug, whatever you have. They're really useful if you deal with restoring like antique garden tractors or antique full-size tractors, and any kind of stuff that has squared nuts, bolts, or plugs, and they'll fit right on there. And take your plug right out. And then I've got a piece of tin here just for a gutter to keep the oil from coming out all over the generator frame or wherever I don't want it. And you can see that oil is pretty nasty. So we'll give it some fresh oil, and I'm sure it'll appreciate it. Then once this gets done draining, I'll spin it around and swap out the oil filter. Okay, it looks like that's about all we're going to get out of that. So we'll get the plug back in it. You should put a little bit of pipe dope on it, not to prevent it from leaking, but to prevent it from getting seized in there, which every now and again that will happen because they're dissimilar metals. You've got an aluminum block and might be a stainless steel plug. So it could, a little dab of pipe dope could save you a lot of aggravation down the road. Okay, so let me get it spun around and we'll drop the oil filter and put a new one on. Okay, so I'm going to drop the oil filter. This is what I like to use on these. I first saw it on Terrell Fixes All. I have got to thank him because it's a great idea. Before that, I always use something like this, the cut off bottom of a pail or whatever to get underneath there, and depending on what you're working on, sometimes it works well, sometimes it just doesn't fit. I've got a couple other sizes, but 9 out of 10 times this fits right in there and you get no drippage. So get that loose. It was pretty loose to begin with. These are the oil filter pliers I like to use on these small filters for lawn tractors, generators, and whatever else. And then I can just spin this right off of here. It'll fall right into the jug with no mess. And there you go. So it's right in there. It's captured. It caught all the oil. Caught the oil filter. You can't ask for anything better. It's funny how, you know, you could be in your 50s and, you know, you can teach an old dog new tricks. And, now we've got the replacement oil filter here. There's your number for it. Put a little bit of motor oil on the gasket so it doesn't get itself stuck on there. I've already put a new air filter in it off camera. And now I just got to spin it around again and fill it with oil, and this generator is pretty much done. I'll get it outside and get it running. Okay, so it's filled up with straight 30. That's what GENERAC says that this generator takes. It says you can run it on straight 30 or 1030. I think the gentleman who's buying this generator is shipping it off to Jamaica or Haiti or someplace. So I went with the straight 30 because it's going to a warmer, hot climate. We don't have to worry about it running in cold New England winters. If it was staying local, then I'd put the 1030 in it, so that, because you never know what time of year it's going to run. It's got a GH410 engine in it, and the specs on it say that it holds. I'm pretty sure it said it holds 51 ounces with a filter change. So it's all filled up, and after I run it, I'll check it again. Probably have to add a little bit after it fills the filter. So that's it for now. We'll get it outside and get it running. Plug a heater into it, and see how it does. It's a brushless head on it. And it was lighting up the light bulb after it ran for about 30 seconds. So it should be good. I'll check the RPMs and the hertz, and we should be good on it. Okay, so I'm not sure where we left off on the last clip because the camera ran out of time and shut itself off. But the generator runs great. It's running at 3,720 RPMs, which is a little fast, but that's no big deal. I can dial that in. What is a big deal though is that it's only putting out 90 volts. So we're back to sitting and waiting again because I checked the capacitor here and it's supposed to be 28 microfarads plus or minus 5%. which would put it at, I forget, 26.5 microfarads at the lowest or something. And this one's putting out about 25 microfarads even. Now, whether that's going to be enough to get us from 90 volts to 115, 120 volts, time will tell. I found a direct replacement. I've got that on order. So hopefully it'll be here shortly, because it seems like this generator is just the gift that keeps on giving. You know, I bought it in non-running condition, and it had no compression. I took it apart. It had been sitting for a while. There was nothing intentional about what happened with it. The people had sent it to another shop for service that doesn't really get that deep into them. They have a fairly big estate, and they used to have a groundskeeper, and they had a couple of these generators. Well, anyway, somebody had been in here ahead of me, and the push rod for the exhaust valve was missing. So even though I got the valve freed up, which I want to put a new valve in anyway, I had to also order the push rod for the exhaust side. And then, you know, the valve was right, the spring was right, the valve seal for the intake valve was right, and the push rod for the exhaust valve was wrong. It was for a different model engine. So I had to reorder the push rod, and I got the right push rod, got it back together, went to start the thing, and the old dry rotted pull cord for the recoil starter snapped off the first shot. So I re-roped the starter and got it going. It runs nicely. I threw away the gasoline that was in the tank because it was, you know, older than dirt. I checked the carburetor bowl. There wasn't really anything in there to concern myself about. So, you know, I think luckily this generator had been it's like a 2010 generator. 2010, 2011 or something. 2010, I think. Because even the capacitor here is dated 2009. So it's built, I guess it was built in 2009, sold in 2010, whatever. But I think 2010, and you know, that might have been before we got into the ethanol stuff. So maybe the last time this thing had been gassed up was pre-ethanol, and that's why there was really wasn't any crud in the or deterioration inside the carburetor. But anyway, that's where we're at. So thanks for watching, and as soon as I get the other new part in, we'll do another segment, and hopefully that's going to be the last one. And I've got somebody I think that wants to buy this generator, and hopefully everything will be straightened out on it and it can ride off into the sunset. So that's it. Thanks for watching. You can help the channel grow by subscribing and hitting the like button below the video there, and that's about it. So have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you on what I hope will be the final segment on this generator. Thanks. Okay, that's all set finally. It's putting out 124 volts. At no load, it's pretty good. And 62 hertz at no load. And it's 13 amp skill saw, and you pull the trigger on that, it doesn't even notice that it's there. So I'm happy with it. I guess somebody wants to buy it, so I'll give it a quick wipe down, and then it can head on out the door. But thanks for watching. Have a great day.